Now that I never appear on camera. So I can promise you that going forward, if you continue to follow, you'll see an awful lot less of this and an awful lot more of this.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hey, Chef.
How's it going?
Good. Well, you know what? I'm excited about this because it is the season. Can you share what we're going to be unboxing today, or you're going to be unboxing today?
Well, we've got these beef patties from Fire River Farms. They're a fresh, very high quality fresh hamburger patty, but they are more than just the average hamburger patty. I think they've got some special features to them that I think that your clients will enjoy. And, you know, if you operate a restaurant, special features that I think your guests will enjoy. Let me just drop my watch here. Okay, so it is, you know, it's a beautiful day. It's sort of a beautiful day. It's intermittent sun and cloud right now, but the grass is green, and I've got my patio furniture set up outside to make it look good. So I'm really in the mood for this. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be unboxing this. This is the Fire River. This is I'll do it a case. Fire River Farms. So if you've been watching this channel, you know that I am very big on branding, and I really like the fact that the branding is there and that it's front and center. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do like I did last time. I'm going to turn this around to the first-person view so you can see the box from my point of view, and then we'll walk you through the packaging tour. Okay, so let's move this camera facing front, 2, 3. There you go. You get a little view of my backyard at the first second. Okay, so let's start with the package tour, and then we'll go from there. So the first thing you're going to see here, again, branding front and center. You really want to associate your establishment with good quality brands. And it's always good when even your staff see the same brand all the time. They themselves feel that it's going to be consistent. So it's very important to have good branding on the box. And then over here on this facing, you've got some more branding. There's a blank spot here, but you know, depending on what they're packing, you know, something else could go there. I think they use this box for a number of things. What you're buying if you buy this is you're buying something that is done similar to small scale old school butchery, but it's got all of the advantages of working with a modern and state-of-the-art QA and quality assurance, right? Okay, so on this facing here, I'll pick up my boning knife. We've got Fire River Farms, tells you who it's prepared for. It's Sysco Corporation. And then on this panel, very, very important, you've got all of the safe handling instructions, clear, well detailed, both English and French. It talks to you a little bit about the product and what's in it and all the caveats, etc. Tells you how to thaw it, and then how to cook it, store it, all of that stuff. So really nice panel here, nice and clear, and it's not a stick-on, so it can't fall off. Okay, more branding there. Okay, say on this, on the final facing here, I probably should have started here, but product code, keep refrigerated, and it tells you what the product is. In this particular case, it's 100% fresh Canadian chuck beef. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so that means that there's nothing but chuck beef in here. Okay, and there's no hearts, there's no fillers or any of those products. This is very, very important when it comes to beef, because some people they can call it 100% beef, but there still can be hearts and things like that in it, and this doesn't have that. The other thing that they tell me about this product is that so this is ground a certain way. It's bowl ground, so it's kind of like put into a buffalo chopper, and the beef is a thicker, more of a coarse ground, and it's going to eat a little bit more like a steak. But you'll see that when we look at the product. So there's a sizing. Pack size is 24 by 6 ounce. This is a nice size because, as I've always said, I like to show, I'd like to serve less food more often. That's the key to freshness. So that's valuable there. And then here's the packaging and the packaging date. Now I picked this up on the 26th of April, but you can see here that the best before takes it to May 17th. So it shows about 21 days shelf life if it's properly stored. And then here, of course, you've got your inspection stamps and then the weights. Okay, so pretty straightforward to understand.
I think it's awesome.
Okay, so I'm gonna open this up. This is an absolute blind opening because it's strapped. So I couldn't sort of interfere with that to take a preview. I have to admit, I have previewed a product on an occasion before. Okay, so I like this box, nice sturdy box. Let's see if it's taped anywhere. I think it's taped up here. Wow.
Wow.
This is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to move this box aside. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it in the corner because it's so attractive, actually. And I'm going to grab a pan for us to take a look at this product. How's that look? Does that look okay with that color of cloth? Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see here patties that are very delicately, and not delicately, but very carefully formed, and they look just like a natural patty that you would have made yourself. Okay, and you can see here, if you were to open one of these, I'm going to give you a closer look, but see how coarse the grind is?
I love the packaging, Chef. Like just.
Yeah, the packaging is nice and convenient, right? So
yeah.
you've got this sitting. You've got this. This is an easy tear, right? You can kind of, if you needed to tear, you could just rip this and it would go right across. I would open it with a knife myself or even scissors. But this is self-contained. So let's show you with this container. So if you're setting up your line, this drops perfectly into a half pan, right? And then if you've got another one that's right next to it, which remains closed, the interesting thing about that is that the juices that are in the bottom of this, they're not going to move because they're held in place by this plastic piece here. So all of the tiny little details that go into making a product look good, but also look as though it's going to be very, very safe, are present here. I mean, these are tiny little things that you have to be able to consider paying for along the way. You're not going to, the juices from this are not going to sort of interfere with the juices from something else, right? They're not going to migrate or spill across the pan as easily. So let's take a quick look. I'm going to open one of these. I wasn't planning on it, but I am now. I'm just going to grab a couple of things here. So I've got something that I'm going to show you quickly as well. When you look at the coarse grinding on this, I think that this product, you're opening the door to using it in a number of different ways. See how that packaging holds its form?
Mm-hmm.
And die them delicately.
Oh, wow.
So there you go. This is a nice thick. Go ahead.
Chef, do you want to just slide that up a little bit?
Sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can move the stabilizer.
That's good.
Look at the thickness of this.
That's ridiculous. It's in a good way. It's amazing.
Well, this is a 6-ounce burger, which is a standard size for burgers. And personally, I would not go much bigger. I mean, they do make an 8-ounce, right? Which is great. But I mean, usually if you're gonna go for an 8-ounce portion, probably my favorite thing to do would be to get 2 4-ounce pieces, and then you could stack them together and have a layer of bacon in between or a layer of cheese in between. I think that a 6-ounce patty like this is perfect. I've got a bun over here. So if you look at the size of the bun, there's not a lot of shrinkage on this. So this is a nice, I think that this bun would go well with this. This is what's referred to. There's a lot of different buns that people like to use. This one comes from Cobb's Bakery, and it's called a BAP bun. So I like it because it's not so perfect. It's a little bit square. I know people are using brioche an awful lot, but I like to have a little bit of visual contrast when you've got a slightly square bun with a perfectly round patty like this. But what I was also going to say, Jay, was that this product can be articulated into different parts of your operation. So because this is such a nice coarse grind and this is a burger that eats like a steak, I think this would be a great way to serve it as something like a hamburger steak. Yeah. So if you're looking at something like, say, and that's how I'm going to do it when I do some styling. I'm going to show it that way as well, because you can use it as an entree. So, you know, if you're doing something like say healthcare and institutional, and you want to do a hamburger steak, but you don't want something that is a little bit too manufactured looking, I think that this would be a viable product for that. I can see there's different ways that you can top it. So if you were to take, I'll just do this really quickly. So if I was just to take some ordinary breadcrumbs and add just a little bit of olive oil. And then in this case, I'm just going to add some herbs. I'm going to be using herbes de Provence. It's my favorite herb. And then you just kind of mix these together. You see what happens to the crumb? It gets, here you go. I'll show you what I mean. What happens to the crumb is it gets a little bit thicker and chunkier, right? And you can see what that means, right? So then you would just take something like this and you would grab a brush. I'll just grab one of my brushes. Now, imagine that this product is cooked, because you would do this with a cooked product, not with a raw product. You could do it with raw, but it's better cooked. So you've cooked your Salisbury steaks in the oven. You brush them with a little bit of Dijon mustard. And then you top them with this crumb, and you just quickly brown them in the oven, and that crust will brown up to a beautiful dark golden brown, and it'll look very, very attractive. So now when you're taking it and you're positioning it on a slice of bread or something like that, let's say you're putting it on a burger, you've got an extra layer of crunch to it. So, you know, you crust it a little bit and then you add your bacon. Or if you're serving it as an entree, like a Salisbury steak, you've got this nice big beautiful browned crust to it, and then you just pair it with your favorite vegetables, potatoes, those types of things.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What do you think? I think it's a good product. I think there's a lot of ways to sell this. So when I get around to styling this, I'm going to style it as an entree, as a Salisbury steak. I'm going to style it as 1 or 2 different burger ideas, and then we'll talk about some of the other things we can do about it. We'll go into a little bit more detail about some of the specs. The other thing too that I noticed about this is I asked for a spec sheet when I was looking at this, and when I followed the trail of all of the QA steps that I saw, and I've actually worked in designing product development as well. When I looked at all of the testing and all of the things along the way, I mean, it really is extremely rigorous. So for example, there's no trim allowed on the in the beef production, right, to protect you against E. coli. but at the same time, they have to trim the actual cuts so that they can sort of even out the amount of product that they're making, right? The right balance of fat to lean ratio. But anything that they trim off of this has to be taken to a separate facility, and it has to be cooked off and purveyed cooked. So there's a kill step there. There's absolutely the best possible practices put in place to make sure you don't have issues with E. coli. That combined with the packaging and the packaging style, I think this product's a winner. I think it'll be great for diners. I think that if anybody wants to do an upscale burger in a steakhouse and they don't want to make their own, this is going to be just as good as if you made your own. It'll probably be even better, and you'll get superb results from it. I can imagine, right? Yeah, so that, no trim, no organ meat, it's bowl ground. It eats like a steak, and it is 100% beef and 100% good cuts of beef, just ground chuck. That's all there is in the ingredient deck. I don't know if it shows that here, but I know that I saw it on the spec sheet. Yeah, no, it doesn't show it. So basically that is, it's a quick unboxing today. I mean, there's less to talk about it because it's not value added, but this is something that if you want to do an artisanal quality product, you can. And if you are in something like the healthcare industry and you want to do a high quality hamburger steak in a 6 ounce or in a 4 ounce portion, I think this will work out quite well for you. The packaging's great. Everything. I love everything about it. I love everything about this product.
Yeah, it's a beautiful product, and I just love the color of it. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah, I think with some of the smaller ones, it would be interesting to see how they would work with pastas. So make it kind of like see, when I put the Dijon mustard on here, you could do anything you want. Like you could take some roasted garlic and do that with it. There's lots of different things that you can have in this interim layer. Yeah, so I think that's the entire unboxing. This is a great product, and it's simple, but simple is good when you're dealing with top quality like you are here.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Chef, and everyone else. We'll have tons of more. We got a lot of unboxing to do here at Sysco's Virtual Kitchen. So thanks again, Chef, and this was awesome. Lots of great stuff here.
I appreciate it. It's a labor of love. So yeah, try these out. I'm gonna style these this weekend. I'll get some video material out to you. You can have a look, and then you can decide which ones you want to go up. And then, of course, go ahead, follow me on my LinkedIn page. You'll see that I post everything there, but you're going to be getting copies so that you can start posting them on your Sysco site as well. So yeah, look for more from this page.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Chef. Everyone else, check us out. We'll be back next week with way more stuff when it comes to unboxing and also our SVK show. So thanks so much, Chef. Take care.
Take care. Have a good weekend, everybody.